Are you ready to be born again and into the light? This is the great question that often we need to be asking ourselves. And the art form, I believe, that we need to perfect the art form of not only letting go, but allowing ourselves to be born again, to see things furthermore with fresh eyes, like a young baby coming into this world. So it's a skill and it's a practice, like everything in life. And the reason why I believe it's so important is because life is literally made up of cycles within cycles, including not only birth, but also death. And death, of course, allows us to be born again. So here we go in further understanding how to practice this art form of being born again. So, of course, part of this is letting go of the past, being aware of the things that no longer serve us, the ideas, the illusions, and these parts that have been holding us back. Maybe it's our habits, maybe it's how we perceive ourselves, and maybe possibly even our own fears, our own doubts, our own stories that come from our own childhood. So, in this opportunity of being born again, we have this marker, this point in time, and this is why ritual can be so important to mark this point of time and to utilize things like um, baptism in the water or utilizing the fire to burn things away can really help to release the energy of that of the past, but also mark a point to say, this is the end and the beginning, right? So it's from this point forward that we can recognize everything of the past. And therefore, when we're aware of our thoughts and our actions, we can furthermore be clear and question them like, oh, I see, I'm carrying this from the past. This is not new. And so, furthermore, as we're releasing things of the past, we're able to perceive things with fresh eyes, fresh perspective. And if you can imagine just coming into this world, coming in to see nature, coming in to see the trees, coming in to see every aspect of life for the very first time, we don't have labels, we don't have names, we don't even have any preconceived notion of what they do and what purpose they serve. We just see them for what they are. So if you can imagine how life can be without any of these misperceptions or preconceived ideas or even labels, we just see them in their beauty and for whatever they bring in that moment in time. So you can see not only we're not carrying things from the past, but we're literally in the present because it's all that we know, it's all that we have. So this practice of being born again and seeing things with fresh eyes is really a chance to release that of the past and come to appreciate what we have here in the present. Come to explore like young children and awaken the curiosity that's a part of our nature as humans that tends to wear away over time because everything just starts to become normal and therefore we start to take things for granted. So coming back to seeing things with fresh eyes like little baby, it's all an exploration of life again, of this planet, of myself, of my skills. So maybe when we're excited to try taking up and learning a new skill, we're doing it from a space of curiosity where we're just exploring it. We don't have any expectations of being able to pick up a guitar, for example, and play it for the first time, but more so just want to play with it for the first time. So, literally, life can be more and more like not only an exploration, not only an adventure, but literally like a play, like a game. And it's one great way to see life, actually, is that it's just one game that doesn't need to necessarily be taken so seriously, that we can actually enjoy this game of life. So there's many healthy ways to look at it, to appreciate it, and to enjoy the life that we're living. Yet we tend to lose this aspect, because this first stage of life in which we're being born again, more and more we're having to grow up so fast that we just like maybe don't have the chance to play, to enjoy this first stage of life when we come into this world. And for some of us, quite quickly, we're pushed into responsibility. And obviously, through the schooling system, we are further led to have to do things a certain way rather than being free to explore doing things and seeing how it feels to do things. So, this innocence and purity as well that we come into this world with is so important, so valuable. It's like we're not worrying about being perfect. We're able to naturally trust in just whatever we're doing is perfect how it is, that there's no expectations, there's no pressures, there's just a freedom that comes from recognizing our innocence and purity and what we bring to this world. So we're also not so afraid of hurting others because naturally we care about others as much as we care about ourselves. And we give ourselves the freedom to communicate, to express, and to enjoy, to play, to laugh, and can acknowledge our stupidity even. Like when we're young, we're still learning, and as adults, we have this like pressure and these expectations that we might place on ourselves to be perfect and to know what to do. So, to recognize that we don't know everything. In fact, we're much more free to recognize that we know nothing. And when you look at this vast universe in contrast to these simple lives that we're living, we can acknowledge, hopefully quite humbly, that we know nothing in contrast to the infinite universe and what God knows. So this great term, only God knows, is very true and very freeing for us to recognize our stupidity, our naiveness, our ignorance, our arrogance, our mistakes that we make as part of our human nature, to just learn and to grow and allow ourselves to get dirty sometimes, get down in the dirt and just like play in it, this freedom that we're missing out on more and more. And it's up to us to give it to ourselves because no one else is giving it to us. So how do we do this but recognize that we are that of children of God, children of Creator, children of the earth, children of the stars. Like we are first and foremost children. And now more than ever, like we don't necessarily have a lot of positive role models or parenting or influence maybe that is guiding us how to do things. So we're having to learn for ourselves. We're having to learn all over. What does it mean to live in trust? What does it mean to live in faith? What does it mean to be in peace, actually, here on earth? Can we give ourselves this acknowledgement, this recognition, and realize that we are free from this space of peace and trust? So this is the foundation that we're laying within ourselves, within our life, within our innocence, within our purity, within our curiosity. Like, wow, when we can see things with fresh eyes again, everything changes. And once again, we have the chance to rediscover a passion for being alive, not only a gratitude, but a passion that really is this fire within us to experience life again, to experience each day as a gift because it's unique from one day to the next. And it is, of course, what we make it in our ability to appreciate it in simplicity. So we have it all here on this planet, and hopefully more and more we can free ourselves to enjoy it, to explore it, to experience it, and to be it, because this is what we're here for, to come to know this great pleasure of life, of living here on earth. So may you receive this gift and spread it all around because you are love and you are magic.